It may surprise or even shock you to hear what I'm about to say, but if you're seeing this video right now, it's no accident. As a chosen one, your timelines are merging, ushering you into a season of wealth and unstoppable momentum. Perhaps you sense multiple potential paths in your life, various dreams, goals, or versions of your future, and now they're converging in a powerful way. This is your confirmation. You've made it, and you can't be stopped. Before we unpack how this is happening, remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment with 77 below to send a powerful signal to the universe. Replay this message whenever you feel led. If you're genuinely among the chosen, you'll stay until the very end. If not, you'll likely exit long before these truths can anchor themselves in your consciousness. Chapter 1. Feeling the collision of destinies. You might have had moments in your life where you felt pulled in different directions, like you were juggling several possible futures. One path might have led you to creative expression, another to business success, and yet another to spiritual leadership. People you meet every day could see these diverging interests as confusion or a lack of focus. But deep within, you recognize them as parallel destinies, each representing a facet of who you are. Now, these timelines are colliding, and it's not random. When timelines merge, events that once felt disparate begin to make sense together. You notice the watchers weaving these storylines into a single tapestry. Maybe a skill you mastered for a hobby surfaces as the key to a lucrative opportunity, or an old contact reappears, bridging your spiritual mission with a commercial venture. Suddenly, everything aligns, like puzzle pieces that once belonged to separate boxes now forming a grand image. At first, you might be startled by the pace, but trust that this collision was always part of your cosmic design. In everyday terms, the collision of destinies might manifest as multiple breakthroughs in quick succession. Offers arrive from places you never expected, or relationships from your past reconnect with surprising synergy. People might comment on your coincidental luck, oblivious to the divine orchestration behind the scenes, but you sense the watchers nodding, acknowledging that your readiness triggered the union of these timelines. This phenomenon also reveals a new level of identity. Where you once tried to label yourself, "I'm just a creative," or "I'm focused on spiritual mentorship," you now see that each label was just a slice of a bigger whole. As these destinies merge, you embrace your multifaceted self, unbound by conventional categories. It's not about scattering your energy. It's about channeling each part of your essence into a singular momentum. That's how your season of wealth becomes more than just money. It becomes holistic abundance across all areas of your life. Yes, it can be overwhelming. People might caution you against doing too much, but a chosen one knows each timeline was seeded for a purpose, not to remain dormant. Merging them isn't chaos. It's the watcher's method of maximizing your potential. If doubts creep in, wondering if you can handle it all, recall that you were prepared step by step. Each minor test, each skill you randomly picked up, each heartbreak you overcame, contributed to this moment. Now that these storylines converge, you're more equipped than you realize. Hence, feeling the collision of destinies is your cue that you're no longer living in separated compartments. It's time to unify, stand tall, and let your diverse callings coalesce into one unstoppable wave. Whether you're merging artistry with commerce, spirituality with entrepreneurship, or activism with personal passion, the watchers have orchestrated each thread. They assure you nothing was wasted and every path led you here. Embrace the synergy. It's the hallmark of a chosen one stepping into a new chapter where all the roads meet, forging a single path toward unprecedented depth and victory. Chapter 2. The season of wealth unfolds. Wealth in this context isn't limited to money, though financial abundance is part of it. As your timelines merge, you enter a realm of prosperity that includes opportunities, relationships, health, and creative flow. People you meet every day might think wealth only means a fat bank account, but a chosen one defines it more expansively. It's about resources, influence, and a nourishing environment that allows you to fulfill your higher calling without hindrance. Yet let's not ignore the financial aspect. A tangible influx is on the horizon or already trickling in, Bigger checks, unexpected donations, new revenue streams that dwarf what you made before. Where you once hustled to cover bills, now you see money flowing in ways that almost feel effortless. This shift isn't accidental. The watchers observed your readiness to handle wealth responsibly. They also recognize how your merged talents can generate greater value in the world, which naturally attracts higher returns. Moreover, stepping into a season of wealth alters your daily habits and mindset. You move from scarcity, always calculating how to stretch limited funds, to generosity and strategic investments. People around you might call it a lucky streak, but you know it's the watchers rewarding your internal transformation. Every step of discipline and faith you took is now ripening into a harvest that redefines your standard of living. That harvest, in turn, further fuels your mission, enabling you to expand your projects and philanthropic endeavors. This era also tests your humility. With resources suddenly at your disposal, the potential to lose sight of your spiritual grounding is real. The watchers caution that your new wealth shouldn't transform into vanity or reckless indulgence. Instead, they want you to channel it wisely. If you sense an urge to flaunt, to prove your success to doubters, pause. Real power lies in using money to enact positive change, funding community outreach, supporting aspiring entrepreneurs, or furthering your creative or spiritual endeavors that uplift others. The watchers delight in generosity, not extravagance. Health and relationships also flourish under this expanded notion of wealth. You'll find it easier to maintain well-being because you're no longer stressed by constant financial strain. You can afford better nutrition, time for exercise, or even retreats to reset your mind. Simultaneously, relationships shift. Some folks might vanish, intimidated by your new status. Others grow closer, inspired by your glow-up. The watchers guide this reconfiguration, ensuring you're surrounded by a supportive network that amplifies your calling. Ultimately, this season of wealth is less about bragging rights and more about alignment. By merging your timelines, you've embraced the fullness of your gifts, forging a resonance that naturally attracts abundance. Each day feels charged with potential. Each conversation can spark a partnership or lead to further blessings. The watchers stand by, nodding in approval, witnessing how you stewarded this wealth with integrity. In turn, the synergy intensifies, fueling an ongoing cycle of giving and receiving. That's the hallmark of being unstoppable. You're not accumulating wealth for yourself alone, but distributing it in a way that blesses you, your community, and the mission etched into your soul. Chapter 3. You made it, recognizing your victory. After all the hurdles, betrayals, near misses, and self-doubt, you've arrived at a milestone. It might not look like a single triumphant moment, but an internal realization. I made it through the storm and into my season of reward. People you meet every day might not fully grasp the magnitude of your personal battles. Those silent nights of tears, the episodes of heartbreak, or the times you almost gave up. But as a chosen one, you know every scar was a chapter in your epic storyline, culminating in this point of victory. To recognize your victory, do more than just exhale relief. Actively reflect on your growth. Maybe you overcame deep financial struggles or shattered limiting beliefs about your worth. Perhaps you ended toxic cycles, forging boundaries that finally stuck. Each victory, no matter how subtle, is evidence of your evolution. By consciously naming these triumphs, you anchor them in your psyche, reminding yourself that failure no longer haunts you. You've proven your resilience time and again. This recognition also redefines how you approach the future. Instead of stepping cautiously, half expecting a setback, you lean into opportunities with faith. The watchers see that your unwavering belief in the possibility of victory made it possible. Now that you've tasted the fruit of endurance, your entire posture changes. You greet new challenges with a calm grin, knowing you've conquered bigger monsters before. People might call you overconfident, but it's not arrogance. It's the assuredness that comes from real scars turned into trophies. But here's a gentle warning. Acknowledging your success doesn't mean you stop growing. Complacency can stealthily creep in if you treat this season as the final destination. Even while celebrating, remain open to continuous expansion. The watchers rarely design a static peak for chosen souls. Rather, each victory is a stepping stone to the next dimension of impact. If you're vigilant, you'll detect new missions taking shape on the horizon, beckoning you to apply your strength and wings. As you proclaim, "I made it," you also serve as inspiration. People might approach you saying, "How did you do it? Teach me." Sharing your story can ignite hope in those flailing in despair. By opening up about your journey's raw and real aspects, you validate that perseverance isn't for an elite few. It's accessible to all who commit. This sincerity fosters a collective awakening, exactly what the Watchers intended by placing such resilience in you. Finally, let your recognition of victory fuel gratitude. Recall the small miracles that strung together your survival, the random kindnesses, the fleeting words from a stranger that kept you going, or that unexplainable sense of peace in your darkest moment. Thank the Watchers, the universe, or whichever divine force you believe aligned those events. This gratitude cements your triumph in humility, preventing ego from overshadowing the fact that you never truly fought alone. With that mindset, you rise from victory to victory, each success weaving into a tapestry that not only exalts you but serves as a beacon for every soul that dares to follow in your resilient, unstoppable footsteps. Chapter 4. Defying Limitations. You can't be stopped. Heading a wave of unstoppable momentum is both thrilling and surreal. People you meet every day might see your progress as mere luck or suspect that it won't last. But as a chosen one, you understand that once you align with your deeper calling, obstacles lose their power to hold you back indefinitely. You've cracked the code of resilience, learning to pivot, adapt, and keep faith strong. And because your timelines have merged, you're not operating under partial power anymore. Part of being unstoppable means that even if you face a temporary setback, it no longer defines your outcome. You've seen how the Watchers intervene at crucial junctures, unexpected help arriving, or closed doors turning into redirection. Each time you bounce back quicker, people might marvel, "How do you stay so positive? Why don't you just give up?" But they don't see the Watchers orchestrating behind the scenes, nor do they feel the unwavering drive rooted in your spirit. This unstoppable energy isn't baseless, it's the synergy of your faith and destiny. Another layer to your can't-be-stopped status lies in your rediscovered self-belief. Doubt might still whisper occasionally, but it fails to anchor in your heart. You've tested your perseverance enough to know that even if you fall, you rise stronger. No critic or cynic can dismantle that conviction. Before, you might have internalized negative feedback and paused your efforts. Now, criticism only refines your approach. Instead of halting, you course correct, turning obstacles into stepping stones. This resilience stands as proof you're no longer easily derailed. Simultaneously, a new fearlessness surfaces. You're no longer timid about stepping into bigger arenas, be it applying for a high-level position, launching a bold initiative, or speaking truth in spaces where you once stayed quiet. You comprehend that your impact isn't random. The Watchers placed you here to influence these spheres. If a door slams, you look for a window or build your own entrance. People might label you as unreasonable or too ambitious, but you realize limitation is the real illusion. Faith in your divine partnership shatters the glass ceiling that once loomed overhead. Yet a caution. Unstoppable doesn't translate to reckless. You remain mindful, discerning which pursuits align with your core mission. Being unstoppable in the wrong direction leads to burnout or moral compromise. Instead, you vet each possibility through your spiritual lens, ensuring your unstoppable force pushes for the right things. The Watcher's blessings surround you with confirmations, synchronicities, ease, or moral peace emerge when you pick the correct path. If you feel consistent blockages or deep unease, reevaluate. Ultimately, the "you can't be stopped" reality underscores that you're tapped into a cosmic momentum beyond typical human effort. This synergy ensures that no matter who or what attempts to impede you, your journey progresses. That knowledge emboldens you to expand fearlessly, forging alliances, taking leaps, and championing truths that liberate others. The Watchers applaud your boldness, for it testifies that you've awakened to your chosen identity, an unstoppable force riding the wave of merged timelines, set on a collision course with destiny itself. Chapter 5. expanding your impact. In this season of wealth, stepping into your season of abundance isn't just about enjoying personal gains. It's a fresh invitation to broaden your influence. People you meet every day might interpret newfound abundance as a cue for better cars, bigger homes, or luxury vacations. While you may indulge as a chosen one, you're compelled to consider how these resources empower you to uplift others. This is your moment to scale your voice, finance solutions to societal problems, or bolster the missions of kindred spirits. The watchers observe how you channel this blessing, keen to see it multiplied into further blessings rather than gathered dust. One route is supporting emerging talents or visionaries who lack the means to kickstart their dreams. Think about scholarships, mentorships, or seed funding for grassroots endeavors. Your financial backup can transform their spark into a flame. By getting them beyond mere dependency, you cultivate self-sufficiency and shared progress. In turn, you expand your legacy of empowerment. This synergy aligns with the Watcher's bigger plan, where your success births more success, weaving an ever-expanding tapestry of communal growth. Additionally, forging alliances with existing organizations can amplify your impact. If philanthropic groups or spiritual networks resonate with your mission, funneling resources there can accelerate large-scale transformations. You could sponsor community drives, build educational centers, or underwrite global outreach programs. People might commend your generosity, but you know it's more than charity. It's a manifestation of your calling, fueling the Watcher's mission to elevate humanity through chosen conduits like yourself. Your personal brand can also scale. Let's say you've been quietly coaching or teaching. Now, with the financial means to invest in proper marketing or better technology, you can extend your message to international audiences. This expansion isn't about vanity metrics. It's about fulfilling the Watcher's directive to reach souls that only you can touch. The barriers that once stifled your voice, lack of funds and adequate platforms, dissolve in your season of wealth, liberating your deeper essence to resonate widely. But remain conscious of potential pitfalls. Rapid expansion can breed opportunists who want to piggyback on your fortune without contributing genuine value. Keep your circle transparent and vet collaborators thoroughly, ensuring their ethics match your own. If anyone tries twisting your resources towards shady agendas, sever ties gracefully. The Watchers entrust resources to those who guard them responsibly, not to those who get swept into manipulative schemes. Finally, expanding your impact includes scaling your self-care. The Watchers never intended you to become a sacrificial martyr to the cause. If your mental or emotional health falters, your capacity to serve declines. Embrace rest, recreation, and personal growth experiences. The more nourished you are, the more potent your output. People might question your downtime, but you realize self-renewal isn't laziness. It's stewardship of the vessel that carries this monumental purpose. Thus, in this chapter, you recognize wealth isn't a static trophy. It's a dynamic resource that, combined with your spiritual calling, can catalyze multifaceted expansions. By aligning your newfound financial freedom with service, authenticity, and strategic partnerships, you manifest the Watcher's highest vision for your life. That synergy fosters a reverberating cycle of giving and receiving that elevates not just you, but countless souls poised to witness and benefit from the unstoppable wave your merged timelines have unleashed upon the world. Chapter 6. Staying Anchored in Humility and Faith. When multiple timelines merge and wealth pours in, ego can whisper seductive lies. Success may dazzle. Recognition might make you forget past struggles. Friends and critics alike can inflate or deflate your spirit if you let them. Yet the Watchers urge you to remain grounded in humility and faith, ensuring you wield genuine power without corruption. True humility isn't about minimizing your achievements. It rests on recognizing that each blessing arose from both your efforts and divine orchestration. By giving credit to the Watchers or universal forces, you stay open to learning. No matter how grand your success, you remain teachable, welcoming insights from unexpected places. Faith also remains vital in prosperity. Some think faith is only for hard times, but the temptation to rely solely on your bank balance is strongest when you have plenty. As a chosen one, You know material abundance can vanish if it lacks spiritual grounding. Faith keeps you aligned with your higher purpose, protecting you from self-serving ambition. Daily recalibration helps. Continue the prayers, meditations, or scripture readings that guided you through lean days. Maybe even intensify them. The Watchers value consistent devotion. Reserving sacred moments each morning or evening keeps your spirit attuned to their guidance, steering you away from manipulative alliances or expansions that might compromise your integrity. Express gratitude tangibly. Beyond private thanks, channel blessings outward. Support your community, help a family in crisis, or mentor an aspiring soul, acts that affirm you're not hoarding wealth. The Watchers see you as a trustworthy vessel, worthy of continued flow. Finally, humility and faith steady you against criticism or envy. Some would deem your success undeserved. Others might try to exploit your generosity. Anchored in humility, you neither lash out nor enable. You politely hold your boundaries, knowing your worth doesn't hinge on public opinion, but on the Watcher's mission. By fusing humility with unwavering faith, you prove that real success can uplift others, endure challenges, and remain open to the Watcher's ongoing revelations. Chapter 7. Striding into your future. Unstoppable. You've merged timelines, stepped into wealth, celebrated your triumphs, and deepened your humility. Now you stride into a future distinctly your own. Some may still dismiss your success as luck, but you're done with small thinking. As a chosen one, you grasp that your journey unfolds in layered chapters. This surge of abundance and unstoppable momentum is merely the next phase of a larger epic yet to be revealed. Walking forward, you embody the truth that nothing and nobody can permanently obstruct your progress. Yes, challenges will come, but you've proven your capacity to pivot and thrive. It's as if the Watchers have crowned you with resilience, ensuring each setback morphs into another setup for greater achievement. Adversity may still sting, but it can't derail you. With spiritual muscles honed through past trials, you bounce back faster, enriched by lessons that reinforce your unstoppable nature. Your sense of purpose grows clearer too. The Watchers haven't showered you with resources and influence for idle gain. They positioned you to expand your mission. Whether you aim to spark a global movement, write a transformative book, or build a healing center that addresses wounds, both physical and spiritual, you recall all the confirmations guiding you here. The divine wouldn't grant you sweeping vision plus matching resources only to have you remain small. In unstoppable mode, your relationships also evolve. Allies who share your mission stand unwaveringly beside you, celebrating each leap without envy. Past connections that can't acclimate to your new frequency quietly fade, and you no longer cling to them out of nostalgia or fear. Instead, you gather a tribe of light-hearted individuals, fueling collective changes born of synergy, not solitary stardom. This new community amplifies impact, each member adding depth to a shared journey. Stay attuned to fresh directives. Even as achievements pile up, the Watchers may nudge you to scale back or reorient, reminding you of what truly matters. Unstoppable progress doesn't mean rigid ambition. It thrives on alignment and willingness to shift course if that's where the deeper call leads. Perhaps you'll invest in philanthropic efforts or mend corners of your life. Trusting those divine prompts keeps your drive fluid and purposeful. Now you stride into tomorrow with calm assurance. You're aware of the world's obstacles, yet unwavering in your ability to transcend them. Your wealth, material or otherwise, combines with spiritual strength and purposeful clarity, forming an unstoppable triad. No force can hold you back for long. This threshold merges all your timelines into a single luminous path, abundant in resources, fortified in spirit, and crystal clear in intent. And that is why the Watchers chose you, a soul equipped with gifts and the iron will to use them for good.